Okay, fine. In the framework, right, whatever I have shared, right, SRC main Java. Right, SRC main Java is the framework code. Like what it has a base page, base test, right, abstract base. Right, abstract base, it have a right a common methods across all the test cases and page class. Right, these reusable methods are right visible to these reusable methods are visible to all the child test cases and page classes both. What it has a if you want to log a right message to the report, right, it has a log message and then this is used by a log result after method. This is to just clean whenever you required, we can clean the data. Basically, it contains a log message. By using this log message, we can log data to the extent report. Right, base page will extend this abstract base. Right, base page will contain basically right. So far in the framework, right, live sessions, whatever we have say, same thing. It has a different reusable methods. Enter text, click, right, just wait for element. Right, it has a very few. Right, and base test will have the before suit. In the before suit, we will have the property file and then Excel data. We will start the report. Right, after suit, we will flush the report. That means whenever we will do flush, then only it will generate report. Right, once execution done, we are doing the flush. Before starting the execution, we are initializing the report. That in the before method, we are creating the driver. The before method, actually, we are creating the driver, whether it is a local or grid data. We can it will support both the local or grid. Alright, then after method we are closing the drive and it has a data provider to read the data from the Excel and then inject data to our test case in the form of map. Right, we have some custom exceptions. Right, we have some custom exceptions. Verification failed and web element. These are all user defined exceptions. User defined exceptions. And then we have a util Excel util to read the Excel data and store it in the map. And then we have generate util, same way to generate the random alphanumeric, random alphabet. Right, these are all already we have seen. Property file, to read the property file, there is a property util. Right, a report util is extend report. And then screenshot for screenshot util. Right, this is about the framework, right? I have clearly explained in the framework classes. So these are all right. You can go to those things. If you still don't understand, let me know. I can explain. That in this today's class, we will see, right? So for whatever we have done, we'll integrate here and we'll see that. Okay. Then let me delete existing page classes. These things we don't require. Right. We have to write a test cases under SRC test Java. We have to write down framework code is under SRC main Java. Right, our test cases, page cases should be under SRC test Java. Right, in the previous class, we have created one base orange theorem, right? Orange these things, base page and those same thing we can copy in the SRC test Java base, that we can copy paste simply those things, and but we have to change the, just we can delete it and just extend the base page, orange HRM base test, we can delete this. Okay, we'll import the login page. In the pages, what we require, these are all these pages we require, copy paste. On the tests, we require these test cases, just copy paste it. Okay, now we see one by one error. What is the error? In the leave page, okay, we don't, alright, we have to change the package name. Okay. This is a different package names. But how to change it? Just delete these things and import. What is the shortcut? Control Shift O. If you press Control Shift O, it will come automatically. Or sometimes in the package also, right? We can select the package, Control Shift O. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not. Right. Okay, what else? Okay, we'll say that menu page. We don't have element token exception. Okay, here also we have few. What is this? Element exception is element display. Okay. Okay, first we'll resolve the imports, and then we'll come to methods. Right, Control Shift O. Right, Control Shift O. It will import all the packages correctly. Now come to login page. Orange base test. Okay, login page. Okay. Now what is the issue with the here? Come to login page. Okay, method name is element display. We have to extend the right login page. Right, we have to extend our login page with the orange HRM base. Orange HRM base will extend right, will extend internally base page. Right now the method is element display. Right, and what method we have here? Wait for element. Alright, just here wait for element. Method name will be different. That method name just to change it. Wait for element and then oh, okay. Okay, that name boolean. Okay, boolean. Now custom exception name also I think web element exception. Okay, web element exception. Just a name in search in. Okay, web element. Okay, fine. Menu page change here also. And user page also. Then is web element display will change with wait for it. Wait for just now. Wait for it. And then web element exception. Okay, fine. Still go to that. Okay, now all issues are resolved. Now, first thing is that in the framework level, how to get the first thing is config file application dot properties that in the login, while logging to the application, we should get from the data from the property file. Instead of that, we have a hard-coded previously. Right here we have hard-coded, right? How to get data from that property file? What methods we have based it? We'll go to util property util, right? We have a method property util. Right, property util dot get instance and then get property. Right. For this, what we will do in the abstract base, do we have a method? No. We have already method get property. Right. In the abstract base, we have a get property. In the get property, what we are doing? Property util dot get string property. Right. Here we can make it. Suppose if you want a right, sometimes we require a string property, sometimes we require a Boolean property. Right, here we will take a get string property. Right, string property, and then we can also have a Boolean. Which I think I have already written Boolean property. Right, instead of writing property util dot get property every time, just we are creating minimizing the code. That's it. Nothing else. Okay, we have to return the Boolean. Similarly, we also have a for integer, we will have a integer property. Correct. For that we have to return it. And these are the three methods. Suppose from the property file I want to read string or integer at or boolean. Right, we have created different methods here. And in the property util class already we have get string property, boolean property, integer. Internally what we are doing here, we are converting. Right, basically from the property file it will give a string. We are converting that to boolean dot parse boolean, boolean integer, integer dot parse. Right, to convert integer to boolean, we will use a boolean dot parse boolean. If I want to convert a string to integer, integer dot parse it. Right now, come to our base test. Here, get a string property. Right, get a string property. Right, what is the name of it? We will give that. That username password. That string property. This is also a string property. Okay, now come to our property file. What is the name? Application.url. Key, we have to give the exact key at the username. Right, we will not hard code all the credentials in the Java code. Right, we will get it from the property file, either property file or sometimes companies what they will ask, they will say we don't want to maintain our credentials in any of the code base. In those cases, we have to get from environment variables. Password, username, right? Right. First thing is this. Next one, coming to our soup. Right. We'll create the right. What is the soup? We have user. Right. User. Right. We have a now we just change the names. User soup. Right. Browser Chrome. Right. Our framework will support Chrome, Firefox, Edge. You can give either Chrome, Firefox, Edge. Now, what is the package? Right, user page, user test. What is the package? This is the package name automation testing test dot user test. Right, dot user test. You can control and click, it will go. Suppose if it is not going inside means sometimes package name is wrong. We have to verify the user test. Right. Now here also we are hard coding the data. Correct? This data. Right. We are hard coding this also data. Then what we have to do? We have to get the data from the data provider. Right. Right. Close this. Right. We can go to RNHRM base. What is the data provider we have in the base test? Right. This is the name of our data provider. What it will do? That it will get the data from the Excel. Right. First we will write the right. We have already right. We have to create one Excel file. Just to open it. Right. And now we will keep it here as a sheet name as a user data. Okay. User data. Now test case name should match with our test case. Verify user. Then only it will inject the data. Right. It should match. Right. Test case description. Right. We verify user. Add user. Okay. Verify user end-to-end test. Right. We are doing end-to-end. Okay. Now here user role. What is the user role? We have taken same thing, right? Admin. Then status enabled, right? Employee. This is the employee. We can keep right employee. I think these three things are fine. Now, how to inject this? We have to write the data provider. Right? We have to write the data provider. Just disable the GitHub copy that we don't require. Right? Data provider. What is the data provider name we have in the base text? What is the name we have given? Same name we have to pass here. Then what is the return type it will return? In the form of map. Right. In the form of map. Correct. Right. What is the advantage if you said if you right if you are sending in the map tomorrow suppose I want to add two more columns. Right. It will not affect. Right. Automatically this will update with the new test data. Right. We don't need to worry about code changes. Right. If we add any number of columns newly, automatically it will pick all those things. Right. First we have to create the Excel this test data. Right. Now okay. Now I want to click on this menu, right? Admin menu. Right. This is fine. I think. This is menu name. Right. Here what we will do. We will implement instead of hard coding menu names, right? For that what we will do is right in the SRC test Java we will right introduce one more concept called enum. One more concept called enum. For that just let me create a package constants. Right here I will create a not a class. We have to create a right new enum. Right enum name is menu. Okay menus or just menu. Right. In the enum, what we can do, enum is like a to maintain the constants, group of constants. Right. If you want to maintain Monday, right, all the weekdays, Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right, like this, are month names, January, February. If you want to maintain similar type of data constants, right, we will go ahead with enum. We can also write public static final. Some people will write public static final and constants like that also, but this is the best way if you want to maintain group of constants of similar type. Here, what is the type menus we want to maintain? Right, right here, what is the first thing we have to tell? What is the menu name? Admin. Um, we have to maintain like let me enable this. Just I want as no syntax use. Create a constructor. We need to create the constructor. Then we have to create a string menu name. But here we have to assign that. So okay, we need to get the home method to return the menu name. Okay, what is the error still we are receiving? First we have to write these menu names, then variable name. That is, we have a multiple in the right application or in the theorem. If you take, we have a multiple names. You can click on the login. Right, these are all admin, pim, leave, right time. Right, we have written leave also, right? To write to next one, leave. That is semicolon. Last one will be semicolon. Remaining comma separate. Right now, how to read? Suppose now come to user our test. That is here. What we will do? Menu dot menu dot right admin right dot get name. Get menu name. That we have to write like this. Right, instead of hard coding, we can create the enum file and we can create it. Right now, this data, this is we are getting from the Excel. Right, already we injected it. So what I will do, I will pass entire map to the create user. Right, create user. Now we know need to return this also. But we will see how to get username. Now here we no need to pass all those things. Right, just we have to pass the map. Right, we are passing the map, so we have to write map. Then from the map, we need to get the data, right? User. How to get it? Map data, right? How to retrieve? What is the method? Get. We have to pass same name, right? We have to get the uh, where is this? Open with system editor. That's right. What is the name we have given? User role. Right? We same header name we have to use. Right? Same username header. Right? Suppose if you test data dot employee name. First one is what? What is the user role? Test data dot get off user role. Next one is employee name. Alright, if you want to use multiple places, just store it in a string. Employee name, test data dot get off user employee. Alright, one more is status. Test data dot get off status. Right now username is there. Right. Instead of return, right? We don't require. Already we have a map, right? Already we have a map, right? Where it is generated our username. After generation, just test data dot put, right? We can add this username equal to user. Okay. Now, okay, fine. Now, if we come to our user test, now I require a username. Right, and now from the map already we have added, we can get it easily. Username equal to test data dot get off. Right, in the create user, whatever name we have given, same name, user name. Correct, we can pass the data like this. In the store, we can store in the map, we can get from the map. Right. Now, test data is done. Now coming to report. Right, come to report. Right, okay. Now we can come here. Okay, fine. Now here in the click menu, we will write what is the method we have? Log message. Log message. Right. So first we have to pass the status. Right. Status dot. Suppose I will write here info. Right. Click on the menu. That will first append the menu name. Right. These things will show in the report. Do you want a screenshot? Currently, I don't request screenshot here, so false. Log message. Then, okay, after this, right in the inside login. That inside login, I required a screenshot right here. So here something is login success. Once login is success, I want to here log message status pass, and what is the message login success test. And then I want a screenshot here. Login is success. Suppose if it is failed, right in the catch block, what we will do? Status is failed. Status is failed. What it is saying? Oh, okay. Log message is throwing. That is throwing the checked exception. Just handle. Okay. Once login is done, we are adding the login success and the catch block. The right login failed. Right message. While copy paste, just make sure messages should be proper. Okay, fine. Now come here. That login is done. Click menu. Will come to create user. Okay, create user. Right, before clicking on the save button, right here I want to take the log message, status info. Right here I want to screenshot. Right here something entered user details. Once you click on save button, is user created. Right here I will write one more log message. User here status is passed. User created successfully. Okay, I want a screenshot here. Right, suppose if any error while creating the user, we got the error. Right now, user creation failed. Right, I require a screenshot. Let's check that and okay, user creation failed here failed. Okay, fine. Now edit user also. Right, we can create a right, user edit successful. Okay, successful. Right, suppose if anything is failed, right, we will write a failed. Delete user. Same way, delete user. User deleted. It successful. If it is failed, then user delete failed. Right. If you don't require screenshots, just make sure false. Okay, then right. Actually, we have to add delete here. We will add user delete. But here problem is right. If we add here, if the assertion is failed, right, it will fail and then it will not log it. That is one more problem. Okay, fine then. Yes. Okay, fine. We have added all the loggers. Now come to our test data. Close this. And now come to that user test. Just will do just a refresh. Once refresh it, right click, refresh. Right click, run as test and this. That just to go through the right. All I will commit all the code. Just to go through it. Right. If we have any issues, right, we can discuss on those. Okay, Excel data loaded. something is failed. Right? Why it is failed? We have to see in the console. We are unable to see anything, and because we did not add some logs. And you can click on the text and see that. We can also see here session possibly because invalid address. Right? We have to pass to come to our base test. Right? We have to pass here one. Right? We have to pass one. Right? We have to pass one variable here in the framework level. Right? Runtime parameter. Either we want to run in the local or grid. Right? Currently we don't have a grid setup. We want to run from local. Right? How to pass this run mode as right environment variable. Right? We can go to run configuration. Right? We have to go to run configuration. Our user test. Right? In the argument section. Right? VM argument. Hyphen D run mode equal to local. We have to give this parameter. Then click on run. Okay, here I think I have added a headless mode. Maybe it is running in headless mode. Right, headless mode means it will not open the browser. Right, it will not show the browser in the headless mode. We have to make it this also as a right if one else condition. Now okay, something is failed. Uh, User creation failed. Okay, why it is failed? That this text is unable to find that the text is unable. That we'll see in the report how it is where it will generate report in the reports. That it will store all the reports also. We have to delete all the report. We'll verify if you want to see in the System Explorer, right click on the System Explorer. Right, if you are confusing which one is the latest one, suppose we can come here, we can modify that this is the latest. We can delete the old one for now. Okay, now okay, open this, we'll see what anything is showing in the report. Okay, report is generated. That user creation failed. Here, I think whatever employee name we have given, it is not showing. Right, then what we have to do? Come here manually. Let me. Right, what is that? That means that's something wrong. Right, I think someone click on add, click on add. I think someone deleted. Maybe this we have to update with some other. There is a test admin. That can do this. We can give that we have to again. We have to open our Excel. We have to update that. Okay, here we have to update our test admin. Right now, run it again. Okay, again it is running in headless mode. Right, if you want to make it this one, right, what we will do, boolean headless mode. It we will get from the property file. It get a boolean property headless mode. We'll come to property file headless mode. Copy this and come to our config file. Okay, already we have headless mode. Okay, let's just change it. Right, currently it is a headless mode is false. This one I need to add here condition basis. If it is that if it is a headless mode, then only run in headless mode. Otherwise, we don't require all this. So, okay, so still it is something was right. Okay, now come to again our report. 645. What is the error again? It is showing delete user failed. Okay, delete user is failed. Why delete user? User delete failed. That the search was not working. Whatever we have created, it is not searched properly. Okay, edit was done. Delete. Okay, see, now here problem is we have to print the username. Right, right. We don't have the username. If you want to see the manual, right? Now how we will see, right? This username we cannot type it. Right now the problem is we have to print that username. Then only if any issues are came, we can how to print it. That is just go to when right logger. Okay. Here after creating, just what we will do. Log message status info. Return something created username. Just append it this username. And then I don't require any screenshot. Just I want to log message. Okay, now okay, now we run it. We have a condition. Now it will open the browser. We can see the execution of it. Okay, it is open. Okay, enter username, password. Okay, it is trying to add. Okay, okay, it is added. And now we want to search it, right? After adding search. Okay, record form. Right after that, we are editing. Okay, edit was also done. Now deleted successfully. Right? Delete also done. After delete, what we are doing? Something is a mistake in our code. Right? After deleting user test, delete user. Okay, and then is user deleted. Here we are using web, right? Maybe this one is throwing exception, right? That's why it is weak. Previously, whatever we have written project, that is, it will return true or false. Right, we require that method, true or false. Right, what we have written here, SRC, text Java, base, not a framework club. We have written SRC main Java, base. Right, is element display. Okay, now come to here, base test, base page. Here we have both explicit and fluent way. Without until explicit. Okay, now we can use this element displayed. Okay, just here what we need to do, we have to return whether it is displayed or not. We are expecting false. That's it. Right. We should not throw any exception. If it is any exception, return false. That means it is not available. It will fail automatically. Right. If we throw exception, what will happen? It is throwing the exception. Right. It is failing our test case. Right. Just we need to return either true or false. Right now, again click on run it. Right, just to go, I will commit all this code. Right, I have given already access to you all. Right, I shared the link also. Right, just go through it. Right, in the next class, Monday class, we go through it. Right, if we have any doubts, right, we will discuss. Okay, it is okay, searching. Okay, now edit, edit, and then delete. Okay, it is deleted. Just to verify. Okay, now successfully executed. Our test case is also passed. That's what is the latest one? 652. Right now it is showing passed. Right, like this logger should be clearly we have to write. Right, this is our proof of execution. Right, this is our proof of execution. So we must be clearly take the screenshots if we require. Don't print any passwords. Right, some companies they will have restrictions. They don't want to show any passwords anyway. Okay, then. Okay, I will commit all this code. You can right just to go through it. Right, go through it once. Right, we will see. We will see if we have a next class. Right, very important. Right, we are integrated all our code to framework level. Right, just to go through it, understand the code. Right, if you still right, I have framework sessions also. Right, you can go through it, and if you still don't understand, right, we will discuss. I will explain if you have any doubts. Right, then if you want today, I will give you one task today. Right, just try to do it. Right, if you come to right, come here. Right, we can go to maybe Amazon website. Right, you can go to Amazon website. Right, search for suppose I am searching for mobiles. Right, search for mobiles. Right, then you can click on click on anything. Right, but make sure to by dynamic way you can edit. If I give some text, it should click on that. Click on that. Right, we can click on the add to cart. Right, if we click on the add to cart, we can click on the cart, and then we can verify whether it is added in the cart or not. Right. Anyway, we will not do these things. Right, proceed with this. Just delete it. It should be deleted. Right, you can try. Right, e-commerce application. Right, open, search for anything, and add to cart. Right, and then delete it. Right, fine then. Anyone has any questions? Right, otherwise, if you don't have, we will meet on Monday. Right, we will meet on Monday then.